remember that common means they both have to have it in common. Greatest means the biggest, and remember factors are things we multiply together. So for 80, we've got 10 times 8 that we can multiply together. These are factors. We've got 4 times 20. We've got, by the way, 80 times 1 is definitely a set of factors. And I think we've got 5 times something. 5 times 16 maybe? Yeah, 5 times 16. Okay, I'm just going, can y'all think of any more? 40 times 2. Okay, now, for 8, factors are 8 times 1, 4 times 2, right? Okay, so y'all, common factor means I am looking for the biggest factor that shows up in both of these. The greatest common factor is 8. Okay? Okay, so let's try $80 and $10. Make a list of factors for 10, and y'all, I'll tell you my shortcut. I take the smallest number, and I make the list of factors for those. And then I start taking those and see if they'll go into the rest. So if you don't want to make a list of factors for all of them, just make a list of factors for the smallest number. So I'll demonstrate my shortened version. The factors of 10 are 1 times 10 and 5 and 2. And I'm looking for the biggest number that'll also go into 80. What's that number? It's 10. So the greatest common factor is 10. Okay? Okay. Now, let's go to variables, which is something that you probably have not done. I need the greatest common factor between x to the 4th and x to the 6th. Okay? Okay, now, let me show you how this works. And you won't forget how to find it. I just want to show you why. Y'all, x to the 4th can be broke down as x times x times x times x. That's x to the 4th. Remember, you add powers. So that's x to the 4th. X to the 6th is x times x times x times x times x times x. Now, how many of them do they have in common? 4 and 4. So the greatest common factor is x to the 4th power. You know the reason why. But y'all, you don't have to remember that. All you have to remember is once your variable is in all the terms, you just pick the lowest power that's up there. You just pick the lowest power. I mean, this is why, but you're just picking the lowest power. Okay? Okay, so now let's put it together. All right. I need the greatest common factor between these two terms. And what you're going to do, folks, is you're going to want to ignore the variables and find the greatest common factor between 39 and 30. That would be from a few years ago. Then look at your variables and go off what I said here. Okay? So let's see if you can do it without me first. I want to give you all the opportunity to see if you can get it. Greatest common factor. Call me over if you think you got it. You're doing the coefficients or the numbers first, but then you got to tack the variables on, whatever's the greatest common factor. Tyler and White, are y'all in your regular seats that you were assigned? You in your seats that I assigned you? You're supposed to be up here. I'd have to look up to find out where Kyler's supposed to be. I may have put y'all together. I don't know. But I know that I did put y'all in the back corner. Good try, though. Okay, who thinks they've got it? Who thinks they got it? You think you got it? No. Is it this? This right here? Yes, this is the number. Oh, okay. You got the variable right, but not the coefficient, not the one. There's a difference. That's right. Almost. Remember, the C stands for in common. Is that in both of them? See, y'all get this. I might y'all struggle a little bit, so if you're like, wait a minute, that's it. Okay. So folks, I saw a nice long, first of all, let's just do the variables. Y'all, the variables are easy. Remember, the C stands for in common. Do these both have a U in common? A U. Y'all, a U is not a greatest common factor because it's not in this one. It's not in common. Do both of them have V's? Yes, we picked the smallest power up there, which is a V to the first power. So y'all, our variables are done. Now let's do our coefficients. So factors for 30. We've got 30 and 1. We've got 6 and 5. We've got 15 and 2. We've got 10 and 3. I think that's it, right? Okay, so y'all, the way I do this, I noticed some of y'all came over and you wrote factors for 39. Y'all, there's nothing wrong with that. But the way I do it is, from the lowest one, I'm just going to start. Will 30 go into 39? No. 15. Will 15 go into 39 evenly? No. Will 10 go into 39? No. Do you see I'm starting with the highest and marking them off? So the next one's going to be 6. Will 6 go into 39? How about 5? 3 is the common factor between the two. Now, y'all, if you made a list for 39, you still came to the conclusion that it was 3, but I'm just saying it's much easier if you just list all your factors of the smallest number and then check them. So, y'all, the greatest common factor of those two terms is 3V. Okay? All right, let's try this one. Some of these are way too easy. Let's do, okay. All right. Greatest common factor. Greatest common factor. Yep. 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 Yep.
These are fun.
You have the same thing. Yep. Okay, yeah. Now look at your variables. Now you have to do the variables. Yep. You left the set off with it. Is it, what number is that? 18? 4 and 4 doesn't make it 4. It's 6 and 3. Not 12. 12 doesn't go into 18.
I'm at 6.
Yeah. Okay. So again, I'll demonstrate my method. Shh. I'm taking the smallest one. We got 1 times 12, 6 times 2, 4 times 3, and instead of making a list here, now that I have these, I'm just going to start with the biggest. Ladies, shh. Gentlemen, shh. 12 will not go into 18. 6 will. 6 is your greatest common factor. A's are in both, so I picked the smallest power, which is a 1. B's are in both, so I picked the smallest power. Okay? All right. Greatest common factor. Yep. 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 Yep.
Did I get it right?
Would it be just that?
That's it.
Miss Patrick, I'm going to tell you this pure honesty.
I already know. You did your letters first and never got to your numbers, and it just so happens the greatest common factor for those coefficients is a 1. But you never got to it. I know. I know, because you were in complete surprise. You left the letter off. That's it.
I didn't see it for almost last week.
Okay, so folks. That's it. Okay, so folks, that's it. Yes. Y'all, please remember that between a 12 and a 17, I always say there is no common factor, and it's a 1. And a lot of times when it's a 1, students are like, and I saw a few of your faces, you're like, yeah, typically when you're like, it's probably a 1. The greatest common factor is probably a 1 if you're like, okay, it's probably a 1. But y'all, there's more. There's an A in both of these. I have to pick the smallest power. There is no B in both of these, y'all, so it's not in common. But there's a C in both of them. So the greatest common factor is just AC, which is 1 AC. 1 AC and AC is the same thing. Okay? All right, let's do 3 terms. We're going to do 3 terms. Okay. We're going to do 3 terms. So I need the greatest common factor for all 3 terms. I need the largest number they have in common.
Is that 20?
You already got it. And the largest variable. You are fast.
Wait.
Let me get it first. Hang on, y'all. Let me get it first.
Did I get it right?
Yeah.
Did we get it?
Okay, I got it. Yes. Yes.
Did we get it?
Yes. Yeah. No. Yes.
Does it make sense?
Yes. Yes.
Judge, I'm selling.
I'm selling you.
Judge, what?
That
Oh,
coefficient.
yeah, I get it now.
I got it, Patrick, fix it.
See, about time.
There's a bigger number that goes into 8, 20, and 12. That's it. Okay, you guys are getting good. Just remember that when you look at your R's. Okay, so there's an R in all three of them, but what's the smallest power of the R? So it should be an R squared. All right, folks, so I take my smallest number. 1 times 8, 4 times 2. This is the shortcut. So now I start with the biggest. 8 won't work, but 4 works in all the rest. 4 goes into 20 and 4 goes into 12. And then R is in all 3. I pick the smallest power. Good? All right.
Oh, I got it. Did I get it right?
Got it.
Yes.
I'm cooking, bro.
Oh, is it? I'm sorry. They're both M's. My fault. That's right. No, what I was telling her is that's an N. She said it looks like an R. I put a flag. That's N squared M and that's M squared N. Yep. All right, folks, I know some of y'all can do this in your head. That's great. That's awesome. I want to demonstrate one more time how to do it not in your head for people that might be struggling. Basically, I take the smallest number and I list my factors. 1 times 21, 7 times 3. And then I check to see which one of these goes in the rest of them. And I start with the highest. It's not 21, it's actually 7. There is an N in both of these. I pick the smallest power. There is an M in both of these, and I pick the smallest power. So the greatest common factor is 7NM or 7MN. Doesn't matter which order you put them in. Okay, we good? Okie dokie.